Well, greetings and salutations, Series 7 test takers. This is a Series 7 guru coming to you from my studio here in fabulous Las Vegas with another explication request. The best free supplement to your paid study materials is my YouTube channel. But if you don't have a Kaplan Q Bank, I highly recommend it. With my Guru 10 discount code at checkout, you can get that for about $58.50. For that commercial, Kaplan allows me to give you a free look at Kaplan content. I'll help you with any question from any test prep vendor. It's just easier if it's Kaplan because we can bring it up backstage. Otherwise, you got to cut and paste. This request is for 146-8187. A customer buys 1XYZ, October 60 call at 4, and 1XYZ, August 60 put at 2. Well, the stock's at 61.25. Who cares? It has nothing to do with answering this question. You know, where the price is at when you do the trade is not meaningful. It's where you close the trade that is meaningful, right? Unless they tell you you bought or sold the stock, but in this case, it's not meaningful. Stock rises to 68. Now, before you even do anything, I'm a big believer in the initial setup. Before I even look at what the question is, that first sentence is usually the setup. And so what I mean by that is what we really want to do is just get comfortable with what we're looking at. And you should be able to ask question to identify a straddle. A straddle is when you're long two different type of contracts, long a call, long a put, or short two different type of contracts. So this is indeed a straddle. You know, the next thing that you're held accountable for is to do the break evens. So the break even is going to be strike price plus total premium, strike price minus total premium. 4 and 2 is 6. Upside break even is 66. Downside break even is 54. Where is it profitable? Third test question. I call it score 4 more. 4 test questions on straddles. Short inside, long outside, silo. Good memory aid device long. I want it outside of 66, above 66, or below 54. Now that's helpful because it says stock rises to 68. That's 2 points outside of my upside break even. So I'm going to make 2 points, $200. Yeah, again, that's again memory work. I mean, that's fine. Fourth test question, when you use it, you expect volatility, but direction's uncertain, right? So here you're expecting it's either going to go up or go down by at least 6 points. But now let's talk about how to do the T. We fire up the T. If you get good at contract specification, can track money, you're not going to miss anything, right? So we paid 4 for the call. We paid 2 for the put, so we're out 6. It then tells me the customer lets the put expire, right? So the 60 put goes poof, and you close out at intrinsic value. You know, when I cover the components of a premium, the intrinsic value, the time value, I always tell test takers to pay more attention to the intrinsic value because that's kind of the phraseology they like to use on the test. So here, I got to be able to figure out what intrinsic value is if you're going to use a T and close this thing out. And so a 60 call with the stock at 68, call up, the market price is up from the strike price, has 8 points of intrinsic value. So now I close it out for 8. And again, this just illustrates that indeed we made 2 points or $200. So I hope you found that helpful. Again, as is the case with most option strategies, you can memorize things or you can actually, understand them and make a T. So if you're going to memorize this, you could have just said, okay, well, I got to identify a straddle. I got to calculate the break evens, 66 and 54. 68 is 2 points outside, silo, short inside, long outside my break even. I make 2 points. I use this. I'm buying volatility, non-directional volatility. Anyways, hope that's helpful. I'll post in the video description a link to a entire lecture on straddle, so small carve out, as well as in the pinned comment. Remember, inch by inch, your Series 7 is inch, yard by yard, your Series 7 is hard.